Hello everyone, this is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. We have a fun restock day today, and the restock was supposed to be for Tami and JoAnn. JoAnn's box did not make it here yesterday like it was supposed to. You know, the postal service is a little wonky right now with everything going on. So her restock will be either tomorrow, which is Saturday, or Monday. So just have a little delay on that. But since I didn't have JoAnn's items to share, I thought I would start this video off building 3 journal signatures for you, or with you, I guess I should say. It's not a complete tutorial. I don't do a lot of tutorials and things like that anymore. I'm really busy trying to just continue the marketplace and help artists sell their work. I have a passion for that. But since I had to do this anyway, and I had a little bit of space in the video, I thought this might help some of you, especially some of you who may be making marketplace journals, who wanting to sell your work, but just wanting some inspiration and just a basic building signatures for a good journal. So I'm doing a blue themed journal. It's going to be a wallpaper cover. And actually, since I have the book here, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can, it's giant, okay? It's called Stockbridge Square by Park Place Studio, which is the York brand. And there were some blues in here. These two right here. This is going to be the front cover and the inside cover. So I'm doing a wallpaper on wallpaper cover. I am not going to make or build the cover in this video. I don't have time for that, but I just wanted to show you so you kind of got an idea of the direction I am going. This journal will be for sale. Some of you have been trying to get your hands on some journals and are having a really hard time doing that because they're selling out. So if you do want to pre-order this journal, you can send me an email. I have an email in the description box below, and you can pre-order it, meaning as soon as it's finished, it gets shipped right to you and it doesn't even go out to the public. You get it immediately when it's done. So if that's interesting for you, go ahead and send me a message. So we're going to have front cover and inside. Normally I don't do wallpaper on wallpaper. I do like wallpaper and coffee dyed paper, wallpaper and scrapbook paper, wallpaper and book pages, but this is just, I don't know, I wanted it extra lush. I haven't totally, actually, I forgot if I'm doing 2 or 3 signatures. Let me count my pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's right. I can do 3 10-page, or I can do 2, I think I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do a soft cover 2 signature journal. I haven't done that in a long time. But these are going to be the cover. It'll be like this. Like this. So obviously I have to cut it down. But when you open it up, it will have wallpaper on the inside cover and the pages will go inside of that. So I just wanted to show you that. But here's what I have for pages. A lot of you ask me, how do I count pages? Oh, pardon all this background stuff. We're going to be looking at it really soon. Most of it's from Tami, but I don't have room to move it, so I'm just kind of working on top of it. So each sheet, this is a sheet, right? Each sheet is 4 pages, and here's why. When you fold it in half, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're counting just like you would in a book, like if you're reading a book, okay? So imagine just writing a page number on each side as you're flipping through. That's how you count your pages. And I have a mixture of prints and book pages in here. This is my Armitage flowers. If you like any of the ones I mentioned, you can just find them on my website, printed or digitally. Now this is what Armitage flowers looks like when the magenta isn't working very well. So this was a misprint. It was for an order, but it didn't look right. It's a lot more blue and green. I still think it looks incredible. I have no problem using misprints. So I'm using it in my journal. And by the way, if you're interested, since this is a restock video, I have a pile of misprints here. These are all my digitals, so you can use them in journals to sell. And some of them, there's nothing wrong with them, but the whole thing didn't print out right. Like this ladybug one was fine. I don't remember why it's even in here. Maybe all the pages didn't print. I don't know. But they're misprinted some way, or there's a line on them, or I just didn't complete the whole print, whatever the reason. There's a lot of farmhouse daisies. There's some tickled pink. There's some berry delightful. There's a little ladybugs. There's some Eastern nature and some on my desk. There may be a few other ones in there, but mostly that. It's 12.8 ounces. You can get this in the supply section. Discounted, deeply discounted, because it's a misprint, but figured someone might want to use that, so mention that now. So these are misprints. Armitage flowers. They're called Armitage flowers because the artist of these flowers, his last name was Armitage. So I have those, and the reason why I'm putting them in the blue journal is because they have a blue tint to them. I did not print double-sided. I'm going to actually stencil, probably with blue ink on the insides of these. So if you're doing any of the challenge journals, and I say no blank white pages, I mean nothing like this. If you put this in a journal, you can't leave it like this in a journal. Not because there's anything wrong with that. You can do it for yourself or for a gift, but if you're trying to sell it, it just looks incomplete and you're not going to get quite as much money for it. So I just do that so that my artists take a little more time with their journals and I can get a little bit more money out of them. So I have my Armitage flowers. I have some Berry Delightful that I'm going to use as well because of the blue. These are all Berry Delightful. And then I have, these are hand painted. My boys were doing rock painting and I had leftover paint. And so I just painted and then they dried outside. Aren't they beautiful how it came out? There was like an iridescent blue. So these are perfect for the journal. And then Francis sent me this. Francis, I told you, I said in the video when I showed these how I loved them and how I was going to use them. This is the second one I'm using already. So I'm adding that. And then this is my kit called Something Blue. And they're not printed double-sided, but there is ink on some of them. I have inked all the edges because I printed them on my laser printer. So it's not borderless. I have a new laser printer and the images are great, but it leaves a white border. So I need to do something with the white border. So I can cut it off. I can ink it. I can stitch on it. I can doodle on it. I can add a cluster on it. So I just used, I think this is chipped sapphire. I think it's chipped sapphire. I could be wrong. No, it's not. Yeah. I don't know. It's a distress ink and then a spray I had. But how beautiful are these? So you can get Something Blue on my site as well. And then this is just a little piece of cardstock. I have a bird book page, painting book page, a floral book page, garden book page. And then this is my paper pack called Forever Blue, or some of the pages from it. And then these are double-sided. This is Frosted Florals. That's another one of my paper packs. So Forever Blue and Frosted Florals. I double-sided those like so. And this is Frosted Florals with, this is Pretty Pastels. That's another one of my paper packs. And then Brightly Inked Florals. Does not have anything on the inside. So since I'm doing 2 signatures, and I have 34 pages, was it? I'm going to do, I think, 17 per signature. So when I'm creating my signatures, I like to start with, oh, I just broke my step stool. How fun is that? So if this is going to be my cover, I like to have my cover nearby because when you open this up, obviously it has to be trimmed, but when you open it up, this will be the first page you see. So I like to pick a page that I think will look super stunning. See, I think this will be super stunning. So this is going to be the beginning of the signature. And then don't overthink it. I just like to spread my pages out. So I kind of, you know, can see what I'm picking from. But then I kind of turn my brain off slightly. And I just pull and I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's see here, 11, and see what I'm picking here. I have berries and berries. I'm kind of thinking a little bit as I go. 12. Add that painted. It has that blop of yellow. 13. 14. 15. 16 and 17. So that is my first signature. I really don't want to go much thicker than that, but that's fine because I do not plan, I plan on embellishing it, and I have some ephemera from My Porch Prints. It's her blue ephemera pack. I highly recommend it, that I will be decorating this with, but this is not going to be super stuffed. It's just going to be simply decorated. It'll have journal cards and pockets and things, but I'm not going to make it super chunky. So that's signature 1. I'm going to start my next signature with this one because it's from the same paper pack and it coordinates really well. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I'll try to hurry up a little bit here. And then all the rest of them are just going to be in this. So I don't have to count quite the same, but just kind of start layering them all in here. And I'm trying to vary them slightly. Now there's going to be lots of stenciling on those blank white pages. But there is, well, come on now. There's my next signature. So I thought that might just help some beginners. And then they're going to be like that in the cover. So I will stitch them into the cover like, well, like so. So I thought you'd just like to see that. I know it's super basic, super simple, but I thought I'd show you that since I had a minute. All right, let's get into the fun stuff for today. I will start off with my supplies since I've been talking about my stuff, and then we'll get right into the rest. I've just finished this journal a day or two days ago, I think, but I can't wait to show it to you. I'm so proud of it. My printers broke, or one of my printers broke, but I only had come on people, I can't talk. I only had a slow printer left, so I've bought new printers, but while I was waiting for my new printers, I wanted to make a journal, but I couldn't print anything. So this entire journal was just made with stuff in my craft room, nothing I printed specifically for it. It is a hand-painted cover. Isn't that beautiful? I painted it. I have a little label on the back. I think this is from Country at Heart 2008. It might be from the Photo Kuyo, but I think it's from Country at Heart. And then this is a postcard front. And I have a set of postcards from this collection in my supply section. It's from the Louvre paintings. There's a little butterfly dangling. There's some fabric behind it, 2 kinds of lace, and it says Memory. That is a Tim Holtz. So it is not really super decorated or anything. I don't even remember how many pages. You'll have to look in the description of this. It's in the Handmade by Lindsay section, but I'll go through it in just a second. All right, so the first page is from my kit Music Blooms, and then these cute little vintage kids are from Avalon Rose, and I've done stenciling on the white pages. My son painted this. It's one of those paint books, so I thought that would be so cute because this has a little bit of a paint theme throughout. I have some background pages from Victoria Designs, and then pages from Music Blooms. Here's another one, page that Francis gave me. Washi stickers, vintage book pages, more Music Blooms. I'm going to go pretty quickly through this. This is another painted page I did. So there is nothing clipped in this journal. It is decorated. I have My Porch Prints butterflies. This is from a vintage writing paper tablet. JoAnn gave me that and this. This is vintage writing paper. Stationery, Music Blooms, little greeting card. This is from Terry. Thank you, Terry, so much for sending me that. I love it, and it goes perfect in this journal. But wallpaper page, that's my new butterfly stamp. I got it Tuesday morning. That was from JoAnn. So nothing is clipped into this journal. It is just embellished. You can add any ephemera that you might want to it. Everything is glued or washi taped or something like that into it. So I'm going pretty quickly. Here's a painted page again, vintage recipe, lots of butterflies, lots of stenciling. It is a really pretty journal. And then I love how this closure really matches with it, with some beautiful lace colors, that reddish burgundy. So this is in Lindsay's Handmade section. Well, if I can get this tied. I say that every time. I'm never good at tying stuff. All right, so that is that. Then I have 40 fussy cut roses from a rose book. All different roses. That's in Lindsay's Supplies. And then Angela and I did a swap, and I sent her my digital collections, and she sent me some boxes of vintage stuff and fabric. And most of the stuff I've pulled for myself. There was some stuff I wanted to share with you, not because I didn't like it, but I can't use it all, or if I didn't have plans for something. And I knew some of you would be so excited to see these. These are vintage 1970s and 80s circus magazines. They're big. And there's so much in here about the circus. So you get, I have a set of 2 of these in the supply section. And then this was from her as well. I pulled out some of the vintage ephemera. So this is going to be a lot of vintage stuff. So there's vintage photos, weekly guide of the Palm Beach. Look at how cute this is. Some of these I really wanted to keep, but I knew I needed to share little pamphlets. The Dog Day Club. These are old, 1917. And then these little labels. Presbyterian Teachers Monthly from 1915. Home Department Magazine from 1924. This is an illustrated newspaper from 1882. And then here's a big vintage photograph as well. So you get a whole lot of vintage ephemera there. Here's some journal cards. Not journal, well, kind of, ephemera. They're from a book, from a vintage flower book, and they're double-sided. Isn't that cool? So you can really use either side you want. I love those books where the image is the same size on the other side. There's a whole bunch of them. They're all roses. Some of them are photos and some are illustrations. These are some vintage postcards I got from Angela as well, and I wanted to share. So these are all florals. They're very old. These are beautiful. Some of them are written on, I think. Yep, that one is right there. So is that one, and so is that one. 1909. So a set of vintage floral postcards. I have 2 sets of purple doilies. There's 20 in a set, 10 of this color purple and 10 of this kind. 2 sets of that. And then a set of greeting cards. How pretty is this? I found these at a thrift store. There's 8 envelopes and 8 cards, but there's 4 designs. So 2 of each. Aren't they pretty? I think they're vintage. No, well, not quite yet. It takes 20 years for something to be vintage, so these are only 17 years old. Still, that's everything I have. Now, I want to get into Tami's stuff because she sent so many goodies. Let's see. So we have some more paper clips, and I'm trying to see if these are the same. Are these the same? Yeah. So she's just added more of these ones. They're in all of her supplies. She's one of my new suppliers, are in the marketplace supplies section on my website. So more pink and red clips. I need to add those. And then some of these clips. Oh, these ones are really pretty. I love the little polka dot ones. There's blues and purples and silvers. So there's a few sets of those, or something, yeah, very similar to them. So make sure you get those as well. Oh, before I get too far into this, I do want to mention that today is the day to get Vintage Image Club for $10 for lifetime access. Don't miss it. It will go back up to $90 tomorrow morning. So make sure that you grab that. It's in the huge sales section of my website. All right, let's get right back to this. So we have some green and pink clips that she sent. These are perfect for themed journals. I don't even know what to show you next. Okay, we have crocheted flowers. I'm not going to pull all of these out of the bags. You know how much time that would take. I think you can see really well, and I will post pictures and things, but lots of crocheted flowers. How pretty are they? Oh, so Tami did these. I love the gold ones right here. There's so many. So stock up. You're gonna want them for your journals. They're hand done. She's also added more guest checks. You get the little bag and then the guest checks in there. So there are some in there right now, but she's just added more. Oh, I have a couple things from my mother-in-law. I'm going to show those as soon as I'm done with Tami, so stay tuned for that. Here we have some oval doilies, pretty accents to any journal. I need to take a closer look at these. They look beautiful. These would be perfect as pages. I love a good doily as a page. And look at, what has she done? All right, yep, they're just folded in half. And then she has flowers on both sides. Oh, I love these. These are so something I would use in my journals for sure. I love a good doily as a page, and those are beautiful. There's only one set of those, so. All right, then we have some vintage book covers. These are not books. They do not have the pages. These covers are for you to turn them into journals. So the Bunny Book, Toodle, Chipmunks ABC, and Little Pee-wee. The pages have all been removed, so you get to just turn them into a journal. And that's nice because the price point is a little lower. You don't have all the pages. You can just turn it into a journal. That's nice. And then this set here is Counting Rhymes, Riddles from A to Z, The Golden Egg Book, and Benjamin in the Woods. So again, a set of 4 that you can use to create your own journals. All right, wonderful. Let's see, what is this? There may be more of these. I'll wait and see if there's more of that. Okay, we have hand-dyed paper. There are 6 of this aqua blue green and 6 of the coffee tea dyed, and you can see the beautiful lace coming through on them. And then 3 packages of just the coffee tea dyed ones here. So if you need paper, grab this. These are sets of 12. If you need a bigger pack, check out Sasha's section because she has, I think, 25 pack maybe. They don't have the lace prints on them, but if you need a bigger pack, then you can check over there. Oh, here is some more hand crocheted flowers. Alrighty, this is brown and orange hangy tags. Oh, how pretty. Okay, so look at these little die cut tags and the little, they're on bulb pins. They say different things. I love to clip these onto a page. I like to put a little eyelet on the corner of a page and then clip it on that. Or you can just glue the back onto a page or tuck it in a pocket. You can also use it as a little tassel or add it to a tassel. So those are just the things I can think of off the top of my head, but I know there's probably 20 more ways to use hanging tags. So there's that. Then we have a package of decorated postcards with hanging fiber clusters. Oh, yay. I'm excited. Oh, how beautiful. So she's made little journal cards and she's clustered them, but each one is unique. Look at that hand crocheted flower. Look at the sewing pattern ribbon. This one has that, like, an idea for hanging. Look how she just punched a hole and then hung all these fibers off of it. Same here. That's how you can use your little hangies. And I love the wooden button on that. That is a beautiful set. And since they coordinate together so beautifully, you could use them. The kit I'm thinking of right now is Nature's Diary. You can get that in my shop, and these would coordinate so beautifully with that kit. You could make a journal, and then you could send it into the marketplace, and I could sell it for you. One package of 12 fiber clusters with hand crocheted flowers and vintage buttons. So in other words, we have hit the treasure trove. Oh my word, Tami, you make me speechless, girl. Makes me want to pull out all my stuff right this second. But no, I have to finish this video for all of you. Oh my, the beauty of it. Look at the hanging stuff. Like, can't you just see that on journal pages or even on a journal cover or the back of a journal? Sometimes I love to add a little surprise onto the back of a journal. Oh, those are exquisite. I mean, exquisite. I think you've made me a better crafter just by looking at them, Tami. So thank you. Okay. 2 packages. Okay, these are decorated postcards with metal eyelets and cheesecloth. Okay, so what is amazing about these is the eyelets. Okay, so you can take those hangy tags and attach them right wherever that eyelet is if you wish to add anything hanging. Or if you have safety pins or bulb pins yourself, if you need bulb pins, check out JoAnn's supply section. She's got you covered there. She has bronze and black ones, and I think they're in packs of 60. She has a really good price on them, so you can grab those. Oh, she's used, okay, this is my Celtic Rose postcard, so I'm excited to see that as part of this. You can get, there's 8 of those postcards, Celtic Rose. You can get those on my website as well. So she has a second set of those, so there's 2 sets. Here's another set of the 2 sets of fiber ephemera hanging clusters. Okay, so I'm thinking these hang. I'm not going to pull all of them out, but I want to see what they are. Oh no, they're like the other ones, very similar. They're a little smaller. Oh, so cute. That's like a little tab. So a whole bunch of those. You can see the pictures more up close in the Marketplace Supplies section. 1 package of 25 stamp clusters. Oh, yay. What do we have here? Okay, so little handmade stamp clusters. Look at the teeny tiny attachments. These are so cute. Oh my goodness. So she's made like all these little handmade stamps, and we have all of these clusters, 25 different ones. You know, that really lasts a long time. If you ration them throughout your journals and you add 2 to 3 per journal, it will last quite a long time. That can really boost up your stock. Okay, 10 decorated tags. Oh, look at this. I love that. Oh, how pretty. So pretty. I could sit here all day looking at all the details and never get tired. Oh my word. Okay, ephemera. Let's see what we have here. Look at all these. Look at all these little pieces. Wow. She's really made so many things for you guys to use. Little hanging bits and bobs. She's done some of the crocheting. That is so incredible. 2 packs of decorated guest checks in flowered book page envelopes. So we have book page envelope. Of course, reuse. Store your guest checks in them. Store other ephemera in them. Hey, drop them in the mail as a happy mail. You know, cut out some images from vintage books, and, you know, just make sure it's not too heavy, but you could put 1 stamp on it, send it to a crafty friend. If you're not sure who to send them to, go to your favorite group, like Nevermore Creations, Junk Journals, and Friends. That's my favorite Facebook group. Well, my Facebook group. Maybe not my favorite. I have to say, if I could pick one group to be a part of outside of mine, it would probably be Paulette's group from TLC Creates Vintage. Her sharing spirit and her creativity, I really love that group. But you could ask if there's 1 or 2 people you could send something to. Maybe do a little 1 stamp swap so you keep it light. But you can always do something like that. You know, make a new pen pal. And then beautiful, beautiful clips that come with that. And then we have 3 packages of vintage children's book pages and ephemera. So I'm going to say quantity 3, but each one is going to be totally different. There are all these pieces of cut out from vintage books, and I'm not going to look through all of them, but they're beautiful. Oh, that was a long video with so many beautiful things. I hope you enjoy shopping. I've been inspired to the moon and back through seeing these things. And I'm planning on taking the weekend off starting this afternoon, where we have ice cream trip planned, shoe shopping planned, and then family stuff over the weekend. There may be a video. It just depends. Probably not till Monday. But I hope that you all have an incredible day. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. And I will see all of you next week.